These are going to be for later. And now we do we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Second time only, and then first time. Okay, go back.
Well, there's no harm done if you play it sometime you're not supposed to play it. We do all the repeats.
Right, but we don't all play on it.
You did this one twice. The second time,
I only play the first.
you and I played the first time only, and then Richard does it second.
I'm going to have to swab out my flute after we do this before we do that.
Not the first time. It's just you the first
I
time.
know I'm trying to get a tempo behind it.
Do we need light? Do you have enough light?
Pardon?
Do you think we have enough light? Now that they turn the lights out.
I'm not sure why they turned the lights out.
We recognize that the Champlain Valley Unitarian Universalist Society gathers on the land of the Western Abenaki people. We respect the Abenaki's spiritual relationship to this land, and we seek to honor their living traditions. We hope to learn from them how we can respect Mother Earth and each other.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming. I am thrilled to see everybody here at the Champlain Valley Unitarian Universalist Society, and especially if you are a visitor here for the first time, we hope that you will sign the guest book in the foyer, because that way you'll get some emails and things from us about upcoming things. We also hope that everyone will stick around for a pretty cool social hour after the service. Downstairs, we will have, there are multiple cakes. If you like cake, there's a lot of cake. So there'll be cake, there's hot cocoa and mini marshmallows, there's some holiday cookies. So thanks to everybody who made those, and to the finance committee who's downstairs setting up. If you need hearing assistance, all the way back near the clock on the wall, right, Mary just raised her hand. We have headsets that let you hear better in this room, and they also let you walk supposedly anywhere around this building and hear. I haven't actually tested that out. That kind of sounds like a challenge. I should have the kids try to find if they can find a place where you cannot hear somewhere in the building. This would be a great time to turn your phone to pageant mode, which is silent, by the way, not like mooing or something like that. I've been asked by someone who will remain unnamed to not share what's happening with the final World Cup game, even if you know and are checking your phone as the service goes along. Those of you who do that, you know who you are. So today, we celebrate the story of Jesus' birth and the love that he stood for. And everyone is invited to be a part of it, to step into the story as it unfolds. And I really mean everyone. The more people that take part, the better. This is not designed just for kids. We have costumes for all genders, ages, sizes. And it's really nice to have like the multi-generational groupness of it, I think, is part of what kind of gives it some of its magic. And I have heard from people who said, yeah, I'm not going to be in the pageant. I don't know, that's not really my thing, who were so swept up by the story and the magic that in the end they stepped in and then later told me it was the highlight of their entire life. I'm paraphrasing. Anyone can play any part. We often have multiple Marys. We sometimes don't have certain parts, and we work around that. So, it's whatever you want to do, multiple, whatever. One year we had a caterpillar. That might have been my child. That was pretty great. So, as the story unfolds, each group will be invited up. So you'll hear story, story, story. And now, anyone who wants to be a sheep or a shepherd, please go to the costume area underneath the big wreath where we will help you out. You can wear a lot of costume, you can wear a little costume, you can wear an imaginary costume. So this is supposed to be fun and not stressful, so don't worry about that. Even if you have a costume already, when we say your group, you should go there because you're going to be told your directions for where you go and when you enter and things like that. There are a very few short lines available for people in the pageant. I think we have 2 unclaimed. So there's a shepherd who has a line, there's an angel who has a line, and then all of the angels have a line, which sometimes they remember to say. If you have a line, do not speak it until I come up and hold a microphone to you. I mean, you can, but we will not hear you. So think about who you want to be in the pageant. I want to mention just a few people who are left out of the order of service, thanks to Kate on sound effects.
Sound check.
Back after years of being away. Donna on camera, Martha as our worship associate, Jerry for stage setup, Jess Ted, Martha for jumping in at the last minute and helping me set stuff up. Jess, Ted, Heidi, and Ron for costuming, and I'm sure I'm forgetting other people, but I hope they're mentioned in the order of service. And lastly, I'd like to draw your attention to just a couple things coming up this week that are in your order of service, and they're great ways besides today to connect at this time of the year. I just want to check, is there can you just tell me where that is?
It'll be downstairs in the library. If we get too many people, we'll move there. But it's really for people who've heard about the principle but don't really know what it says and want to keep going.
Okay. So once a month, we have a congregational conversation after, like 15 minutes after the service. You get to go grab coffee and a snack and whatever. Usually it's up here, but there's still going to be a lot kind of going on up here. So if you want to do that, you should go downstairs to the Blue Room, the library. And it is about the proposed 8th principle about fighting dismantling systemic racism and oppression. And Barnaby will be leading that. And if there's too many people, you'll find a better space. That would be a nice problem to have. Christmas Eve, holiday concert. Ronnie's doing a holiday concert this Tuesday, which will be fabulous. Ronnie and guests. Christmas Eve, we have a service here with special music and readings and carol singing and a lighting of candles, which we'll do today, but it will actually be dark. So if you enjoy the mystery and magic of that, that will be happening. Christmas morning, we don't have a full service, but we will be doing like a quiet time to kind of be together and meditate or listen to music. And anybody's welcome to come to that. Lastly, after the service, as I said before, please join us at the social hour. Now let us worship together, and I would like to introduce Poppy, who will be doing the call to worship. Oh, thank you. Okay. You can prepare, but still it will come to you as a surprise, crossing through your doorway, calling your name in greeting. It will astonish you how wide your heart will open in welcome for the joy that finds you so ready and still so unprepared. And now we are going to sing together. So we're going to sing a song called We Shall Be Known. The words are up there. If you know this, that's great. If you don't know this, that's great. You'll get the hang of it. You can sing along or hum or whatever. It's a verse and a chorus, and then we just do it again, and that's the whole thing. So I invite you to rise in body or spirit as you would like to. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. One more time. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. Nice.
Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. This Wednesday is the winter solstice, the darkest day of the year. Christmas is this week. All of these special days include light. So now we will light our chalice, the symbol of Unitarian Universalism. Please join me. As we light our chalice, may we remember that from a tiny spark we may burst into tiny flame.
All right, we just got to move a few things in place. Today we are here to tell a story together, a story which is very old but comes alive again with the birth of every child. It relates to our world now, reminding us of families far away from home, looking for a safe place to stay, a story of love and possibility. We're weaving a tale together in community, and as the story unfolds, we hope you'll consider stepping into a role and playing a part. And while the costuming happens each time, the rest of us will sing a carol, and you'll be given notes about that. You can sing the carol while you get costumed too, if the person costuming you can, can manage that. Let's see. As the story is told, if you are in it, listen carefully because you might hear directions for where your character moves or sits or something like that. And reminder, if you have one of the lines in the pageant, wait for me to bring a microphone over to you before you say your line. When you're done, you can hand your little line card to me. So let's begin. Anyone who wants to play Mary, Joseph, or the donkey or the innkeeper should go to the costume area, even if you have a costume on. We're going to do this. I remove the stand. Okay, so just wait for me to sit down, and you guys can start.
That's my cue.
Our story takes place about 2,000 years ago, on the other side of the world. Those who study such things say that it probably didn't happen in the middle of winter. It may have happened in the autumn or the spring, but we celebrate it now because the winter is a time for stories of hope coming in the night. In this place, there were two people called Mary and Joseph. They were in love, and they were soon going to have a baby. But one day, Joseph told Mary they must go on a long journey to a city called Bethlehem to pay their taxes. They were worried about going because it was nearly time for their baby to be born, and they were not exactly sure what would be waiting for them when they arrived. But they had no choice, so off they went. It was a long time ago when they didn't have cars or trains or buses or planes. Mary rode on a donkey, and Joseph walked beside her.
We need stars. There we go. We're going to try again. Yay. Okay. They traveled for days, and sometimes through the dark nights, which were lit only by bright stars. So we need stars. This part is played by all of you. Just raise your arms up and wiggle your fingers like this to give them some starlight to guide their way. On and on they went. You could hear the donkey's hooves on the dusty road. Mary and Joseph got very tired, and the little donkey got tired, and the stars might have been a bit tired and stopped wiggling so much.
At last, they reached the city of Bethlehem. When Mary and Joseph got there, it was nighttime. They walked through the dark and quiet streets. They looked for a place to stay, but there was no room for them anywhere. Everyone turned away from them and said, "You are not welcome here." Finally, one kind innkeeper saw how tired they were and found a way to make room for them.
I am so sorry. We have no rooms left. All I have is the dirty stable. But you'll be safe and warm there.
In our story, no one had room. Their hearts were closed. But then one person, the innkeeper, decided to help. She made some room. This is a story about opening our hearts and making room for anyone who needs to be cared for. On the inside of your order of service, and in the pageant area, there are heart stickers. Please peel the heart off and hold it in front of your own heart, and repeat these words after me. May this heart help me remember that I am like the innkeeper. May this heart help me remember that I can open my heart to others. Now give your heart to someone near you, and they'll give you their heart to put on your face or clothing.
A lot of people had already stuck their heart to themselves. Here we Anna, here. Okay. Mary and Joseph were so relieved to have found a place to stay. At last, they would be able to rest. So they went into the stable. This means the manger scene is next. It just says that Mary laid Jesus in a manger, which is the thing that held food for animals. So there were animals, right? Like barn kinds of animals, but also other kinds, maybe? If you want to be one of the animals in the story, go now to the costume area, where we have costumes for many different kinds of animals. Go over there even if you already have an animal costume on.
While the animals are getting herded into place, please rise in body or spirit and join in singing O Little Town of Bethlehem. Besides being on the screen and the green song sheets, most of the carols are in our hymnal. If you want the sheet music. Okay, let's sing.
Mary and Joseph were happy to discover that the stable was warm and not that dirty. Soft yellow hay was piled in the manger. When Mary saw this, she said, "I shall make a bed for our baby here, because I think that our child will be born this very night." The stable was also full of all sorts of friendly animals.
One by one, the animals greeted Mary and Joseph by making the sound that their animal makes. Some of the animals were shy, so the other animals went with them. And then the animals sat down in front of Mary and Joseph.
Their baby was born that very night. Mary gave birth to him in that simple stable, surrounded by the animals. She wrapped the baby in a small warm blanket and put him down to sleep in the bed she made in the manger.
The baby slept there while Mary and Joseph watched him. The animals watched over him too. For the next part of the story, we need shepherds, sheep, and angels. If you want to play any of those, please go to the costume area. And now, please join us in singing the first Noel.
The same night, out on the hills near Bethlehem, there were shepherds in the fields, taking care of their sheep. If you listen carefully, maybe you can hear the sheep bang. Baa?
Some of the shepherds were huddled around a campfire, keeping warm. Some were sleeping. Suddenly, an angel appeared to the shepherds. Suddenly, an angel appeared to the shepherds.
The shepherds and sheep were very frightened, but the angel said to them,
Don't be afraid. I have good news for you. A special baby has been born.
And suddenly, the sky was filled with angels. And then more angels.
Whoa!
So then, the first group of angels said,
Hey, the baby is in Bethlehem.
Then all the angels left the shepherds and flew up into the heavens, which are over here. Now, please join in singing Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Joyful ye nations.
back to the hillside, where the shepherds were so excited they hardly knew what to say to each other. Should they go to Bethlehem? Could they find that baby among so many people in the city? Then one shepherd spoke up, saying,
Let's go find that baby.
Perfect.
So the shepherds and the sheep went off to Bethlehem.
When they arrived in the city, they quickly found Mary and Joseph and the baby. Jesus was sleeping peacefully. Mary, not so much. When the shepherds saw Jesus, they were filled with the joy and amazement you feel when you see a new baby. They sat close by on a bench, and the sheep joined the other animals.
On that same evening, far away, there were wise ones who were also looking for the new child.
Oh, I think I see one. What's he up to?
He has gifts. Are those for the new baby?
I don't think so.
It doesn't really look like baby gifts, but now that I look around and I see the congregation is all here, it's part of the story, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I think these are gifts for the new members who joined in November. How amazing that some of them are here too. I know one of them is sick and another is out of town, but maybe the new members could come here and I could introduce you to them. Mike Small, and Joan Soper, and Hillary Hatch. The smartest domestic animal to ever join the congregation. And she plays a mean violin. Anyway, it's a special time for people to join the congregation, and I want to invite everybody to welcome them by repeating after me. In the name of all that is divine in me,
All that is divine in me,
I join in the life of this beloved community,
I join in the life of this beloved community,
dedicated to giving life the shape of justice, compassion and beauty, today and far into the future. Amen. It's so wonderful for the new members to be entwined in this sacred and ancient story. I wonder what happens next.
Well, now we need more people to be wise ones. These are the last roles in the story, so this is the last chance to be part of the action if you want to be in our pageant. Please go to the costume area while we sing We Three Kings of Orientar.
The wise ones had seen a bright new star in the east, and they knew it meant something special. Look, there it is.
So the wise ones followed the star in search of the baby. They traveled for many days and many nights. Each night they looked into the sky to see if the star was still there.
One night, the star shone brighter than ever before, and the wise ones cried out in joy.
They followed the star to the place where Mary, Joseph, and Jesus were. They looked down upon the child.
When the wise ones saw Jesus, they knew he was special. They gave him presents that they had brought: gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Now our story has come to an end. Take a moment to take it in. It is a special night with stars and angels and shepherds and wise people and animals, all surrounding Mary, Joseph, and their new baby.
A baby who would grow up to be a great teacher of peace, love, and forgiveness.
Every baby that is born is full of potential.
They each could be a person who moves our world toward peace and love. Inside your order of service, peel off the star sticker and repeat after me. May this star remind me that I am a person who can help. To move this world toward peace and love. Now let us put our stars on our own face or clothing.
May the love and wonder of this story inspire us all to be teachers of peace, love, and forgiveness. Please give our pageant players a rousing round of applause. Long rest. And now, even though this isn't in the script, let us all just thank Poppy for organizing a lot of this. There's probably... And now, as all the pageant players return to their seats, let us sing Joy to the World.
Receive her Each Sunday, our congregation shares our collection basket with another organization whose values align with ours. For the month of December, we will be contributing to the Institute for Sustainable Communities, an international organization supporting communities the most impacted by climate change. Read more about them on the screen and in the December newsletter, or talk to Jean Twilliger. Please join us with as generous a donation as you can. You may utilize the QR code in your order of service or on the screen, or place your donation in the collection basket right here.
Every time we come together, we bring the joys and the sorrows from our complex lives. I did not get any yellow cards that I'm aware of, but I just want to see if there are any that I missed. And are there any on Zoom? Yeah. Oh.
Check the offering basket. I don't know where it went.
Martha. Oh, there is one. Look at that. Oh, this is exciting. It's like the Olympic flame coming. There we go. Thank you, Anne. All right. From our dear Ann Christie, a card of gratitude to my CVUUS family with whom I can be. I value the richness each of you brings to my life, and I value us. Me too. So we know that there are many joys and sorrows that are held in our hearts, that are unspoken, and that's part of why we come together, to hold each other in those times. So just take a moment to look around and just see our group for 1 second before we move on to candles. So after every pageant, we end with a big circle that will go all the way around the chairs. And if you want to stay seated, that's totally great, and we will find a way to connect the circle to you. So in a moment, you'll rise in body or spirit, you'll move into a circle, you'll bring the candle you got at the door. If you did not bring a candle, we have more at the middle doorway. For safety, and this is very important, okay. For safety, once your candle is lit, you just keep it straight up, yeah? And anyone who needs to light their candle comes to you and tips to it. So we don't do that because it gets wax all over the floor, but also people can burn hands and get their hair in it and all kinds of other exciting things. Yeah, so once it's lit, just keep it nice and straight and other people will come. What else did I want to say? Martha and I and Barnaby and Kate, do you want to join me too? So the four of us, once people are in a circle or getting there, we will come over and light our candles from the chalice. Then we'll come to the circle and we'll start passing the light. And I encourage you, when you get candlelight from someone else, to really think of the light that is in them coming to you. And when you light someone else's candle, to think of the light that is in you going to them. All right, and once all of our candles are lit, Ronnie will play us into Singing Silent Night. The words will be up there. You can also fake it. There's no shame in singing the first verse twice. I usually do. All right, so let's have some moving into a circle music. Blessed are you in whom the light lives, in whom the brightness blazes, your heart a chapel, an altar where in the deepest night can be seen the fire that shines forth in you, in unaccountable faith, in stubborn hope, in love that illumines every broken thing it finds. Blessed be. So now you can blow out your candles and return to your seat, and we'll wrap it up with a prelude. Thank you so much. So I just want to send you out with a couple of things. First of all, thank you so much to the choir who we never get at the pageant. So I had to make use of them while they were here. And to Ronnie and to our musical trio. We always have a present for the kids to take away with them, and also siblings, or if you have kids at home that didn't make it. And we've upped our game a little bit this time since we had years off from doing this. So in the back, Kiki will have a basket, and if there's any other kids who want to help with that, that would also be cool. That the present is the little wire lights, like the tiny little wire white lights that are battery powered that you can put in your room or near your bed or whatever. So kids, please take those and take them home. And if you're jealous, grown-ups, you should be. I'm just saying. Dale will be outside in the foyer selling cards for Habitat for Humanity to raise money. And the cakes downstairs, I forgot to mention, are for our new members. Yay, let's have cake. And for the December birthdays, a tradition we started this year. So anyone who's here who had a December birthday, you can be sung. I don't know if we sing to them. Yeah, you can pick the corner or the rows or whatever it is that you need. Thank you, everybody. See you at social hour.
So we don't have to talk over the feed from Sanctuary at the moment.
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Monty.
All right. Good to see you. Long
Good to
time
see
no
you.
see.
Long time no see, right?